Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with me for this video. So in today's video, I am going to be discussing a recent purchase that my husband Matt bought for me, and I am so excited and so happy that I'm able to talk about this item because it is something that I have literally wanted for about a year. It is something that I have been researching and learning about, and I'm just so grateful and thankful that Matt was able to purchase this for me. And so yesterday Matt and I went to Louis Vuitton for the first time ever, and just being there was kind of an experience in itself, and I purchased the bag of my dreams. And here it is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM, and this is in the print Damier Ebene, and I hope that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But I am so obsessed with this bag. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the print on it, and I'm so excited to fill this up and start using this. And so I'm going to talk about this and give my feedback on the buying process, just little things that I was trying to find out before purchasing this. I did watch so many YouTube videos on these purses, just like people's reviews and the wear and tear that I can expect. But there were a few things that I was like trying to figure out that none of the videos that I had watched at least were talking about. And so I'm going to touch base on those in my video, just in case anyone else is in the same boat that I was and wanting a few more questions answered. So let's get into the details of this gorgeous bag. This is the darker version. This style bag has three like color variations, and it is this one, a like light gray white color, and then the classic Louis Vuitton logo. And this one I just thought was all around the perfect bag for me. I felt like it could be worn throughout the year, even though the colors are on the darker side. Of course, this will be the perfect bag for fall and winter. I do think that I will still get a lot of use out of this even in the spring and summer. I think that the print is just so classy and sophisticated and just classic pretty much. And so while this is by far the most expensive bag that I own, I am very confident that I will get lots of use out of this for years and years to come. I can never picture this bag going out of style, in my eyes at least. I think that this is just a classic bag to have. And I had to do some convincing for Matt to see the justification in purchasing a bag that was this pricey. So I kind of had to like sign my life away that I would be using this for multiple reasons. When we have another baby, which will hopefully be soon, I will use this as a diaper bag, and when I'm going to the gym, I will stuff my gym clothes in here and use this as a gym bag. And when we are traveling, this will be my traveling tote. I am going to show him that I am going to just get as much use out of this as I can for multiple purposes. So like I mentioned, this is the Neverfull, and this type of bag or purse comes in three sizes. There is the PM, which is the smallest size, the MM, which is the middle size, and then the GM, which is the size that I purchased. Now, I am rather tall. I am just about 6 feet tall, and so I thought that the GM size would not only fit my body size well, but I will be able to, like I said, use it for multiple different purposes. And as you can see, it is so large in there. Like, it's a super big bag. It really shouldn't even be called a purse. It is a bag, and I am just obsessed. I'm so obsessed with this. And so one thing that you can do with this bag is cinch in the sides to make it not as big. So I'm going to do that right now and just show you the difference. So you kind of just fold in the corners here, and you can kind of just bring those corners in and make them stay nicely with this little buckle that they provide. And so that is how one side will look. And so you can see that just doing that considerably changes the size of the bag. People like this feature because they think it gives the bag a little bit more security since the top here doesn't zip shut. So I'm not really sure how often I will be using this cinching feature. Matt really likes how this looks when it's cinched in. Just again, think for my body size, a bigger bag looks better on me. So here's the difference, like how you can kind of see how much it goes out on this side when it's open compared to how much it goes out on this side when it's closed. Another thing that I kind of wanted to see a little bit closer, and I was kind of confused about, especially when I first started doing research on this bag, is if you go on Louis Vuitton's site and you search for the Neverfull, you will see this print, the Damier Ebene, and it looks a lot lighter on the site. Like the canvas part right here looks like a tan brown to me, and I didn't like how it looked online. And so I was confused whether or not there were like 4 patterns, one being a darker one and one being the one that they showed online, which looked to me a lot lighter. But there are only 3, and this one looks a lot darker in person than it does online. And so I'm going to give a close-up of the like print of this. Yeah, that was just something I was really confused about. In person, it is much more beautiful, I think, than the website shows. So all of this is a canvas material. It is said to be very like weatherproof, resistant. Like I mentioned, I did watch so many YouTube videos on this purse or bag, and a lot of the people that I was watching had said that they had had this bag for like 3, 4, 5 years, and they've put it through quite a lot, and there were very few noticeable wear and tear marks. The only issue that I might have, and that a few people have had, is with this treated leather handles and like the leather trim, just that it like can get cracked a little bit over time. But it's not really something I'm worried about. It just shows how long you've had the bag for, and you know, kind of gives the story behind the bag in my eyes. You can get all of that stuff fixed through the Louis Vuitton repairs department, and most of the stuff is covered. Like any stitching that comes undone is covered. The only thing that I was told by our sales associate to be careful of is to make sure that these don't get caught on doors when like going in or out. And so, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Matt nor I had ever been into a Louis Vuitton store before. And so it was kind of an experience for us both. I have been into like multiple Michael Kors stores and Coach, but you can definitely tell the difference between even those stores and a Louis Vuitton. Everybody was very like prestigious, and I was just kind of afraid to touch anything. There was a security guard by the door and everything. It was just beautiful. The store was so beautiful, and you really felt like you were getting taken care of there. The customer service was really, really great. And then when we you know, decided to go ahead with the purchase, our sales associate packaged it up really nicely, and it came in this nice box, which I will definitely be keeping because I didn't even want to open this stuff right away. I just kind of wanted to like look at it and admire it in its packaging. But yeah, it comes in this box, and then inside of the box will be your bag that you purchased and the dust bag. So here is the dust bag. It is extremely large. It fits the bag perfectly. And then we received this very large bag as well. I am not trying to brag with any of this stuff at all. I just never, ever, ever thought that I would be able to own one of these. And since I had been looking at this bag in particular, I'm just really, really happy and grateful. And then with the purchase of the Neverfull, you also receive this adorable little wristlet. And this can be connected right into the purse so that it can't be removed or taken out. And you can kind of keep like all of your valuables right in there and not have to worry about someone taking the bag since it would be linked. I really, really love this for the purpose of like going out at night and not wanting to carry this huge bag around, I will be able to take my little wristlet with me. I used to not include this with the purchase of this bag, but the price also did go up, I read. So you're kind of paying a little bit extra for this wristlet. Once I found out that this was included with the Neverfulls, my mind was kind of made up that eventually at some point in my life I had to own this, because before I knew about this, I thought the bag was still gorgeous, but once I saw that you get both of them with the purchase, I was pretty much sold. So here it is a little bit more up close. One of the other things that I was trying to find online and I couldn't anywhere is the size of this, and I was getting frustrated because I wanted to know if this was like bigger than a regular wristlet or if it was the same size. And so I did bring another wristlet down that I use quite often just to show a comparison, because I wish I would have been able to see this as well. But here is the size difference. So this is from Coach. I found this at the Coach outlet mall. The Louis Vuitton is a little bit taller and it is a little bit wider. So I am able to fit a few more items in this one as opposed to my Coach one here. And I really like that about this. It's a little bit bigger than your average wristlet. And then with this size, I know that this is the size for both the GM and the MM. And then the PM Neverfull, the size is a little bit smaller. I'm not sure the dimensions or anything, but I know that it is smaller than the wristlet that you will receive with the MM and the GM, which are both the same size. Back to the purse, I'm gonna go over some of like the details. So right here you can see this really pretty hardware, and then the treated leather, I don't know what these would be called, but here is where you cinch in the purse. And then inside here it's got like the classic Louis Vuitton red interior, and you can give the bag some added security by clipping it in so that it can't be completely floppy and open. And then you also have a big zippered pouch right here, and this is rather large as well. And then another thing that I found out in my Louis Vuitton research is that this bag is reversible. So if for whatever reason you want to reverse this and have this be your outside, you can do that. I'm not too sure if I ever will, but I am going to reverse it right now so you can see what it looks like red. So here is how it looks as the red side, and I do think it's really cute and different looking. It's just not my style as much, but I think that it is really nice to know that you have the option to make it reversible if you choose to do that. So I'm trying to like run through the 100 of YouTube videos that I watched on this bag or purse and combined all of the information that I learned from all of those into this video. And so one thing that I wanted to mention is that Louis Vuitton offers a 14-day return policy. So if you wanted to get your money back for whatever reason on this, you have 14 days. I did hear that the return process of this is kind of difficult. Like, they will make sure that this bag has never been used somehow. They will go over the bag inch by inch to make sure that there's no damage or wear and tear or any signs of it being used ever. So there is that to be cautious of. When purchasing a bag of this like value, you definitely want to make sure that you absolutely are 100% sure that this is a bag for you, even though they do offer the 14-day money back. And then you also have a 30-day exchange period. So if you decide you like another color or another style or size, you have 30 days to do that. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that I did order an organizer for this purse. Since it is so large, I definitely didn't want like a bottomless pit, because I think that I would get frustrated and just aggravated with that feature. You know, it's kind of like a catch-22. You want a big bag that fits a ton of stuff, but you also want it to stay somewhat organized. At least that's very important for me. I don't want all of my stuff just like getting tossed throughout there. And so I did order an organizer, and it is the Samorga brand. And I did read that the shipping is rather slow. It is getting shipped from overseas, so I don't expect to receive that organizer for quite a while, but once I do, I will definitely give a review on that, and I will also show you how I will be using this, because I definitely plan on making this my everyday bag, especially once I get that organizer. So I will show you how I am going to be using it for like my just everyday stuff, for my gym stuff, and then whenever the time comes that we have another baby, I will show you how I plan on using it as a diaper bag. Matt did book our honeymoon. It is scheduled for November, and I will definitely do a video on how I will be packing my carry-on using this. So like I said, I'm trying to like gather all of my thoughts here. Another thing that I wanted to mention is the weight that this can hold. I read or heard that this can hold 200 pounds up to 400. I'm not sure if the 400 pound thing was correct because I just saw that on a video. And I didn't read that on anything of Louis Vuitton's like site or description of this. So I'm not exactly sure how much this can hold, but I did read on Louis Vuitton's site that this can hold quite a lot. It is very durable. Once I do start my career outside of the house, I will also be using this as my briefcase. And so Matt kind of thinks I'm joking, I think, on how much I plan to use this and all the different forms of use that I plan to get out of this, but I am honestly dead serious that I want to get as much use out of this bag for the rest of my life and use it in as many different forms as I can. So I will definitely do videos on the different variations and the different ways that I use this. Just let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing those type of like videos on how I pack this bag for the different ways that I have planned. Another thing that I was trying to learn about or understand when purchasing this purse is how to tell the difference between an authentic Louis Vuitton and a knockoff or a replica. And I did see that the replicas don't have these right here, the hardware, and the trim is a little bit of a different color, I believe. I'm trying to think what else I saw, but there are a few subtle ways to tell the difference. So now you are probably wondering, after all of this positive feedback and review that I gave on the bag and the experience at Louis Vuitton, you're probably wondering why I titled this video what I did. And I gave this video that title because I will most likely never buy another Louis Vuitton purse, and that is correct and true. And the reason for that is I honestly don't think I ever will need to buy another Louis Vuitton. I am so happy with this one. Some of the YouTube videos that I had watched about this bag were created by girls that literally had like, I don't know, 20 Louis Vuitton purses in their background, and I think that that's awesome. That is so amazing that they're able to purchase so many Louis Vuittons, and their backgrounds of those videos were amazing and gorgeous and beautiful. But for me, I just can't see myself wanting to spend this much on a purse or bag again. This one literally solved a bunch of my needs and wants. I wanted a big, sturdy, well-made bag that was going to be fashionable and just be a classic bag throughout my life. And I do not want to forget about the love of my other designer bags that I have. So there doesn't seem to be a need, for me at least, to buy another Louis Vuitton. They are so pricey, and buying like a smaller purse when I already have really nice smaller purses is just not something that I can ever see myself doing. Like I said, this bag was my dream bag. It is my dream bag. I am pretty confident that this is the only Louis Vuitton bag for me. I know that the Speedy is another popular style, but I think this is my like mecca of purses, and so I'm very happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions that I can answer that I didn't answer. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Also check the bottom description for all of my upcoming videos. I have so many listed down there, and you can kind of get a feel of what my channel will be producing in the near future. If you are interested in seeing the different ways that I pack this and my thoughts on that Samorga purse organizer, let me know, and I will definitely make sure to film a few more videos featuring this new purse. And so thank you guys again. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.